Hi, welcome. My name is Obindako. Today I want to share with you how to think clearly to improve your life. How to think clearly to improve your life. Subscribe to this channel. It's about entrepreneurship, personal finance. It's about business. It's about personal development, sales, things like that. So you can also share it with somebody who you think may be interested in this. So today I want to share with you how to think clearly to improve your life. Most of us would grow up in an environment where not much importance is placed on weaving out our life with the way we think. And if you look around the world, those who have been able to do anything significant or anything that is impressive, whether it's business, whether it's any innovation, whether it's any social change that they have brought, a lot of them have not played down the ability to think. The ability to think. We have had a generation where thinking is linked to going to school. So if you have a degree, then we assume that you can think. If you have a higher, more than a degree, then we assume that you can think. So you would not want to associate thinking with those we think did not go to school. But let's be truthful to ourselves. A lot of us, the school we went to was just going to read and memorize it and write it, and that was it. A lot of our exam was not a product of thinking. So your ability to think, that's why you have a lot of graduates looking for job. Why? Because the proof of thinking, the proof that you are thinking clearly, is being able to solve problems, immediate problems that are close to you. That's the best way to prove that somebody else is thinking. So if you have an unemployment situation and you cannot solve it, it means that you are not able to think well for yourself. And most people are not able to think well for themselves. That's why we have to rely on the structures. Things must be in good place before we can get any opportunity. So your ability to think to improve your life is so critical. Look at what feeds your mind. Look at what you feed your mind with. It's so important what you feed your mind with. If you are not feeding your mind with quality information, you will not be able to think clearly about your life. Look at how you use your time, what you put in your time, where your time has gone. If you are not able to look at where you're spending, because time is the most precious element on this earth. So long as your life is concerned, yesterday is never going to come back. If you're 20 years, you have spent those 20 years. If you're 40 years, those 40 years are gone. So your ability to look at time as a precious commodity and not waste it and link it to the productivity that your life has to have, then you are thinking. If you're not able to link it that way, you are not clear. You are sleeping. You are still not up. So those who are up, they know how to use their time and what to put in their time. The other thing that you will want to see is that those who clearly think well are able to ask a lot of questions. They ask why. Why is this way? Why is this that way? If you're not asking questions, it means that you're not up yet. You're still sleeping. You have not gotten out of your slumber, because you have to ask questions on everything to make sure that the questions that you're asking will get you to the solutions that you are looking for. So those who are thinking, ask a lot of questions. Ask questions. Why my life is like that? Why is the country like that? Why is the company not doing well? Why is my finances like that? Why am I having this sickness? What can I do to solve these problems? What you put in time and the questions that you ask, they're very much important to what you become. A lot of people who are sleeping are they are very much super obsessed with religion. A lot of us will not even they will not even travel until they get permission from somebody to say that you can go, the road is clear. Their mind is now, they put their mind on hold, and somebody else has to make every decision for them. So their finances, their time, their family, everything around them has to be controlled by another person. If your life is under that kind of suppression. You are not in charge of your life. You must know that you are responsible for the things that happen in your life. And a lot of the things that are going to happen in your life are going to be linked to the quality of the thoughts that you're really coming up with. So if somebody else is responsible for all the critical decisions in your life, then you are not thinking. Then why do you need your head in the first place? So you have to know that you're an adult, you're responsible for your life, and that is the best way to become successful in this life, where you take ownership of your life. Unfortunately, a lot of us have left that for people. So a lot of us will look up to politicians, a lot of us will look up to our religious leaders, some of us will look up to sports people, entertainers, and that's where you are 40 years, you are always playing game, and you are talking about what is your team, Chelsea or Manchester United in Accra, Ghana, and you know that you don't have a job, you are not doing anything with your life, and yet you have money, you go to my bed, you are not thinking, you are sleeping. And a lot of people are like that. Life is not about opinion. Life is about finding what works and following it. So get books, read. It's not about opinion. It's about getting the right data. A lot of our people, when you say something, they will also say something, and yet they have not studied that thing at all. But they will come up with all kind of arguments, baseless argument. They don't have any data. They have not thought of it. They have not researched it, but still they will argue. I have a friend who argue on everything. Yet everything about his life is opposite. He's going through a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, but he thinks that he's very intelligent. You cannot be that intelligent when continuous problems everywhere. You have had this basic problem for 10 years, 20 years, and you still believe that you still believe in your brain, you still believe in what you think, like there's a problem. Basic problems. If you have had financial problems all your life, difficulty, you can't even pay your rent, and you still think that you're very intelligent about money, there's something wrong somewhere. If you're building that business and basic things continue to happen 10 years, 15 years, there's something you don't know. You're not reading, you're not getting the right data, and that is a problem. So a lot of people cannot think well. They look at the results, it's not good, but they still believe in their so weak thinking. Because most of our people, we don't go for information, we don't read, we don't study much, we just use emotions and superstition, and we think that we are thinking. So my name is Obindako. I'm talking about you being able to think clearly to improve your life. So you have to link what you put in your time, the knowledge that you acquire. Look at the problems that you're solving. Look at if things happen in your life, look at why they happen, what happened, and make sure that you are fully in charge of your life. If you're an adult, you have family, be in charge of your life, not another man. Be in charge of your money. Where your money is going shows what you've been thinking. Where your time is going shows how you've been thinking. The problems that you're solving show how you've been thinking. If all these things are beating you, it means that you don't know how to think well to improve your life. You don't know how to think well to improve your life. And most people don't know how to think well to improve their life. That's why we have a lot of challenges. Most people have a lot of challenges. Your mind is actually the world that you live in. What I live in and what you live in, they are different. How I see the world is reflecting or reflect what I process, what my mind process. And my mind should not just process things. My mind should be fed with the right information so that I can make intelligent decisions. You are a product of the way you think, whether you like it or not, no matter what they tell you. If you go to any country, look at how they have organized the country. It's direct reflection of how they think and how clearly they think. One of the things that you see in any house, any life, any environment is how organized they are. If you go to anywhere that you know that they are organized, it means that they've been thinking, and it's not just an opinion. They've really sat down to plan it well. You go to any place where there's a lot of chaos, it means that they are not thinking clearly. They don't know, they just try. But life is not try and error. Life has to be something that is built on clear thinking. Because when you are thinking well, your decisions become right. But you cannot think well when you don't believe that you are responsible for your life. When you don't believe that the consequences of our life will come from the decisions that you're making. The results that you are getting, they are coming from the decisions that you've taken. There is input, there is output. There is input, there is output. So if you're not putting quality things in, then you don't expect quality things out. your ability to think clearly for yourself. It's okay. If you're a young man, you're on drugs, you're smoking weed, you're drinking alcohol, you're wasting your time on sports, man, bed, sakawa, and all those things. If you're a young woman, you're waiting for a man to take care of you, you're not taking care of your finances, you're not doing anything to improve yourself, you are not thinking clearly. You're wasting your days. Time goes and it doesn't come back. Your life is reflecting what you have put in time. Time is an exchange commodity. You know, what you put in time is what you become. So if you're just smoking and laughing and watching football and your life is not going anywhere, and you know deep within you that you're not happy with where your life is going, it means that you have not taken time to think clearly about your life. So plan for your life. Plan your life. The moment you start to structure your life, plan your life for the next 3 years, for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, it means you're thinking well. The moment you look at how you use your time every day, and how you link that time is used to the productivity, to the results you want out of your life, it means you're thinking well. The moment you look at your money and where it goes, and whether you're being wasteful or you're not being wasteful, it shows that you're thinking clearly. The people that you impact, somebody has to benefit from what you know, what you have. The people that you're changing, the course that you're changing, the improvement, the development that you're bringing, they show that you're thinking. If you only live for yourself, you're not thinking. You're not thinking. My name is Obendago. Please subscribe to this channel where I'm talking about how to think clearly to improve your life. A lot of our young boys are super obsessed with just religious knowledge. They don't read any other book apart from the Bible and motivational books on religion, scriptures. That's all. You cannot do much if that is all that. That's why a lot of them cannot start anything, cannot build anything. Why? Because they have not traded their time to get the required technical knowledge to build anything, to develop a product, to write a software, to build a farm, or to build a company, to do anything. They don't waste a lot of time on that. All that they read about is money, devotion, and Bible, and then they are preaching people. That's all. Africa is fascinating. And that's why you have a lot of problems. So we need to switch the mind of our young men and women to say that, hey, wake up, use your mind. God is not against you. It's the best tool that he gave you.